Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Aries, March 10, 2022. You're feeling friendly, and you can enjoy some pleasant exchanges today. Conversations and communications, in general, can be in strong focus. It's a good day for solving problems that are mechanical or intellectual in nature. A new or different approach to your usual routines can refresh you. In fact, a brief or small departure from the rules may lead to interesting new ideas or experiences. Follow your intuition when doing your work and domestic activities, and as you approach others with an open mind, they respond by opening theirs. While it's a forward-looking day, it's important not to invest too much of yourself or your resources into a new venture for the time being. A new moon will happen tomorrow, pointing to new directions. Ideas can be in the hatching stage and entirely worth your attention. Follow your instincts when it comes to decorating, reorganizing, nesting, cooking, and working, as you could create something special. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. There's a time and place for everything, and things are about to heat up in the love department. For instance, audacious Mars governs your romantic fifth house of love, passion, and pleasure. Still, it continues to dazzle alongside its celestial counterpart, Venus, via your sensually driven second house of comfort, finances, and value systems. On the other hand, Venus governs your 11th house of community, friendships, and social networks, so you could very well be catching feelings for someone in your extended network. Otherwise, this is an opportunity to venture out and explore your options. You have plenty. Now that the moon has moved out of Capricorn, you may feel a little less worried about your fiscal security. As of today, the moon has entered Aquarius, encouraging you to show up authentically at work. Out of all the zodiac signs, you definitely know how to keep real. So, use the lunar energy to speak up at work or about your opinions of work that can inspire change. Consider what you could say and where it could go. Be inspired to make a significant change with this Aquarius-infused lunation. Just days before they are due to leave your income sector over the weekend, as they are already giving you the confidence to fight for what you deserve, Venus and Mars are joined in a rare triple alignment with Pluto, the planet of change and revolution today. This is bringing the planets of money, war, and revolution together in a way not seen before. Think big, not just in terms of your career or future. Consider the big issues you care about deeply but rarely really think through. Get a friend to help. If you don't already keep a dream journal, it's time to start. What we see in our dreams is often a direct message from the subconscious about new roads we need to take. It's not uncommon to see foods and forms of exercise and other health practices in your dreams. Paying attention to these unconscious messages is part of taking care of yourself. With time and dedicated attention, we become more skilled at recognizing the signs. Why be cut off from such a valid source of self-knowledge? If it's a fresh start that you've been wanting, this is the day to see it happen. The cycle has now come full circle, and the promising essence of this day is at hand. Don't waste time looking back or thinking about how you maybe should have done things. Now is the time to consider the present and what you can do on this day to get things rolling the way you want them to. Use your organizational and planning skills to help you, and seek out some advice if this is something you feel you need. In a case of perfect timing, the moon returns to your relationship sector just as Mercury, the planet of communication, is spending his last full day in your communication sector. This is something that was always going to give Mercury something to work with, but it is a friendly aspect to Venus and Mars that allows you to more directly channel this into your relationships. This comes just days after Venus returned to give your heart and your relationships a voice and Mars to declare war on communication barriers. In a case of perfect timing, the moon not only returns to your relationship sector in time to take advantage of Venus and Mars' early days in your communication sector, but of Mercury, the planet of communication's last full day there. The moon returns with a chance to become more emotionally engaged just as the stars are aligned on the communication front. Your tarot reading for today. The Hermit, the Fool, and Wheel of Fortune. The cards highlight significant potential that you are not taking full advantage of. You lack confidence in yourself, and lately you have not been able to take advantage of all the opportunities that have come your way. This draw invites you to rediscover the desire to move forward and accomplish what you really enjoy doing. The difficulties that you are worried about today won't necessarily impinge on your life project. You need to get organized so you can adopt the best way to accomplish your goals and finally be recognized for what you really are. In the past, you have been deceived by people you trusted. You felt it was a betrayal, and today you have trouble trusting people you don't know. There is this particular woman, older than you. Much appreciated by certain people in your life, she seems to be slandering you. You will need to beware of this person who could bring you a lot of problems on a personal level. One solution would be to put some distance between you, or to discuss your differences to put the record straight. The cards suggest a turnaround in March 2022. In effect, luck could be smiling at you and you could experience a happy event. You are not prepared for it, but you have been thinking about it for a long time. You have to know what it's about in order to learn what the draw is telling you. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury turns retrograde today, and, as with all Mercury retrogrades, there could be significant miscommunication, technological issues, emotional meltdowns, drama, and travel delays. It isn't an ideal time to start a new project or sign a document. Sounds like fun, right? Nope. But not all hope is lost. This is the first Mercury retrograde of 2022, which is why we shouldn't overthink it. We just have to get through it, so we can start to enjoy the year ahead. It's imperative to make sure your email contacts, documents, and other important files are backed up and secure. There could be a system failure or miscommunication that sets you back a few days. The silver lining to all this is that when you do start saving all that information, you'll be able to go through old photos, emails, and docs, and discard the ones that are no longer essential. Basically, give your phone and computer a major detox. Because the Mercury retrograde commences at the same time that Venus is moonwalking, we can expect to hear from old lovers or exes. Also, we could experience relationship issues with current close ones, which won't be easy for anyone to get over. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. Also before dawn, Leo Mars forms a square to Ceres in Taurus, activating a T-square with retrograde Jupiter in Aquarius. The opposition between Mars and Jupiter will be exact tomorrow. This transit presents a conflict between two fundamental human instincts, self-preservation and the reflex to protect those we care about. We believe others must submit to us so we can help them. If they refuse our help, we lose our purpose, so we interpret this as defiance, an insult, or a threat. If someone does permit us to assist them, we will make sure they don't forget it. Reminders of how giving and generous we are subtly imply that we are owed a debt of gratitude, which inevitably breeds resentment, making the other party wish they hadn't asked in the first place. We should monitor our actions closely today. Self-reflection is the only way to determine whether we are out of line or overstepping another's boundaries.